Hey guys, it's Colin. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing / doing a little first impression, first look on the new Jouer Skinny Dip Ultra Foil Shimmer Shadow Palette. A lot of you guys may have seen those big YouTubers on that Jouer brand trip. They went to Saint-Tropez, France, I'm pretty sure it was. And they were there because Jouer came out with a whole new Skinny Dip collection. And they came out with this palette, 2 highlighters, 2 lip toppers, and I'm pretty sure a metallic liquid lip. I got this palette because I went to see what all the hype was about and what everyone was ranting and raving about on that brand trip. I don't have any of the lip toppers or highlighters, but I know the highlighters are really good, and I tried the lip topper actually, and oh my god. I was wearing that lip topper on the beach last week and we went up to get some pizza, and I'm not sure if it was the pizza that I ate or the lip topper that I consumed when I was eating the pizza, but I literally, within the 20 minutes of eating the pizza, broke out into a giant ass rash or hives. I'm not even sure what it was, but my body was itching, my hands were all red, my face, my lips literally looked like they just got probably 4 syringes of lip injections in them. I mean, I was kind of living for it, but you know, not the allergic reaction I was having. So I'm not sure if it was the lip topper or the pizza, but all I know is I'm not going to try the lip topper again, and I'm not going to eat any more Jersey Shore pizza. Anyway, so back to the palette. So we have 6 shimmer shadows right here. And I am going to be swatching them and leaving a swatch video somewhere around here. And literally, these shadows look so fucking insane. Look, I'll just touch one. I'll literally do one swipe. Look at that. That's one swipe. That's insane. I'm gonna read what it says on the back of the box, and then we can hop right into this eye look. It says, Jouer Skinny Dip Eyeshadow Palette features 6 new ultra foil shimmer shadows that deliver an intense, shimmering metallic finish. Layering together or use as a gorgeous glittering accent to your favorite looks. Directions for use. Apply eyeshadow with a shadow brush. Can be used as a liner with its wet to dry finish. So without any further ado, I guess I'll zoom you guys in and we can start on this eye look. To start off, I'm going to be priming my eyelids with the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm just putting a little dot on each eyelid and just going to be patting that in with my finger. I love using concealer. I don't know why, I just feel like it works a lot better than like eye primers and other things like that. Makes the colors pop a lot more. I want to try the MAC Paint Pot eye primer. I haven't tried that yet. I've seen everywhere that it's really good. So if anyone has tried the MAC Paint Pot primer, then let me know in the comments and maybe I'll try it out. To set all this, I'm going to be using the Coty Airspun Loose Setting Powder and just putting it on there. I'm going to be pairing the Jouer Skinny Lip palette with my Mono Renaissance palette. I love the Mono Renaissance palette so much. It just has, honestly, like every shade you really need for like your transitions, any colors that you want to just deepen up your crease with. I feel like this palette, like kind of everyone needs it. It's just really good and universal, and I love it. So for my transition color, my go-to transition colors, honestly, to use for any eye look are to mix warm taupe and burnt orange and just put them in the crease. So I'm just putting this in my crease and I'm stopping it right here. I'm not winging this eyeshadow out, and I'm going all the way into about right there. This look I'm going for is going to be pretty natural. I think I might add a little bit of like a reddish tint in there. I'm not really sure yet. And your transition color does not have to be perfect. It can be a little messy. It's just so everything else and like all the other eyeshadows that you do blend in your crease, and on top of it just blend easier together and just look a lot better. Now just to deepen up the crease a little bit, I'm going into the shade right here. It's called Real Gar. It's a darker orange than burnt orange. I'm honestly not even going to put that much on. I'm literally just going to be dotting it because I just want it to be a little bit more defined. And then I'm going to go in with the same blending brush. This is the Anastasia A25, literally my favorite blending brush. The Anastasia brushes are so good. I think it's their pro brushes that are really good. I'm going to be going into the Jouer Skinny Dip palette, and I'm going to try to use as many shades as I possibly can. I'm going to stick more to like the golder tones, maybe stay away from these two, but I'm just going to try to use as many shades as I possibly can. So the first shade I'm going in with is this one right here. It's called Skinny Dip. I'm using an Anastasia A2 brush. It's a concealer brush, but it does pack on shimmer shadows amazingly. I'm just going to see if these shadows work better with a brush or maybe with my finger. Okay, so there is a good amount of fallout, so I'm just going to be putting some translucent powder under my eyes just to stop that fallout. And I do think I'm going to be going in with my finger instead of the brush just because I'm pretty sure it's going to work a lot better. There she is. She's coming. I'm going to be bringing this into the center of my lid. And then just blending this first shadow in with the crease. Very slightly. So the next shade I'm going in with is this shade called Tan Lines right here. It's like more of a darker gold. And I'm basically going to be putting that on my lid wherever I didn't put the other shimmer shadow. So going back into the Modern Renaissance palette, I'm using shade Red Ochre since I did want a little bit of a reddish vibe, tint, whatever to it. I'm just going to be placing that right into the outer V and into the crease. Now to deepen up the outer V, I'm going into the shade Cypress Umber. It's this dark brown shade right here. I'm just going to be placing that right kind of along the lash line and right up on the outer corner. Since I did want to use as many colors as I could from the Jouer palette, I'm using the shade Midnight Swim and just packing that right onto the outer corner, right over that Cypress Umber from the Modern Renaissance palette. So basically the top of the eyes are done, and now I'm just going to be wiping off all the extra powder that I used to bake with to catch out the fallout with a Morphe Y11 brush. For my inner corner, I'm going to be going into the shade Bikini right here. It looks a little like a pinker tone shimmer in the palette. It was giving me a lot of problems for swatching, so I'm not sure how it's going to be showing up on the eyes. But I do want to show you guys that I do a few swipes and there's really not much pigment there. I mean, there is pigment, but compared to these other eyeshadows. I'm just confused as to why this one's not as pigmented. Honestly, I'm just gonna spray it with some of this Kat Von D Lock-It setting spray, the brush, and go back into the palette again. It's picking up a little bit, but we'll just see. We'll see what happens. It's not as good as the other eyeshadows, but it's still there a little bit. I mean, it looks nice in the inner corner. Now for my under eyes, I hate using shimmers for my under eyes, so I am going to be going into the Mono Renaissance palette, and I'm going to be using the Warm Taupe and Burnt Orange again, just be smoking that out on my lash line. So the next shade I'm going to be using is Red Ochre, and I'm going to be putting that a little bit closer to my lash line and more on the outer portion of my eye. Now for my waterline, I honestly have no idea what I'm going to be going in with, but I do have this NYX eyeliner. It's gold. I don't think I've ever even used this before. I'll swatch it for you. Okay, I'll probably actually use that. I think it'll look pretty cool in there. So now that my eyeshadow is basically done, I'm just going to be putting on some mascara and lashes off camera. I'm using the Ardell 113 lashes. And I love these lashes so much because they're just so wispy, and they honestly go well with like any natural colored look. So the lashes are on, they're looking really fluttery, wispy, real cute, and the eye look is completely finished. I really love how it turned out. I love the gold in the center of the lid and just that little swish of red that there is. Now for the lip that I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using a Jouer Clearly Liquid Lip, and this is in the shade Dulce De Leche. So this look is completely finished. I'm kind of living for how it turned out. This is like an everyday look that I would probably wear. I know some of you may think it's dramatic, but I do have a natural look video coming out, and I do have a nose contour video coming out really soon, and I know a lot of people do struggle with nose contour, so maybe if you subscribe to my channel you'll get the notification and you'll learn how to nose contour. But let's just get right into what I think about the Skinny Dip palette. So this palette, I literally love it so much actually. I do love all the shades, but the shade Bikini right here, it's a little disappointing. I mean, it does eventually show up, you just really do have to work with it. So for me, I think the standout shades are Starlight, which is this one, the silverish one, and Skinny Dip, which is the one that I have on my lid right now. I definitely do think this palette is living up to all of its hype, and it just amazes me that I can literally do one swipe and you got full on pigment. So there's not really much else to say except that Jouer did it with this one. I do regret not getting the whole collection, but it's whatever. I mean, maybe I'll get a highlighter in the future or something like that, and I'll test it out for you guys. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys like this review, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.